It's fun being married. Who's married in here? A couple people married? All right, okay, that's rare. Y'all wooed and said you were married at the same time. That is generally reserved for the single people in the room. Usually at any show that I do and I go, who's married? People are like, I guess. We'll see what happens in the car tonight after the show. Usually married people don't woo, but y'all are having a good time. You're fun people. I like that. That's good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. There was a weird time, though, that we had, a weird little moment. Y'all remember when Georgia had like a 45-minute shutdown during the pandemic? 2.5 years ago, right? It's a weird little bit of time where like I couldn't go and do live shows, and we were both kind of stuck at home together, and that's weird. All right, that's a stressful time for a married couple, is when you're stuck at home together, you know? Because at one point he looked at me and he's like, "Babe, I've been thinking," and I was like, "Please don't." And he's like, "Listen, I love you. You're sexy," and I was like, "Duh," and he's like, "But I wish that you would seduce me more. That's what I wish." And I was confused, because that means that he thinks he's been doing all of the seduction in this relationship. I'm like, when do you think you've been seducing me, honey? Right? Because I put effort in, y'all. Like, I own wigs, I have lingerie, I shower, right? I do all the things, okay? And what he does is sometimes when I'm trying to relax on the couch and binge watch Netflix, he comes wandering into the living room in his soft shorts with a boner, so proud. As if he just created it custom for me. And then he's like, huh? Voila. I'm like, that is not seduction, right? And he's like, that's not what I do. He's like, I'm stealthier than that. And I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, are you referring to the times that I'm on the couch trying to watch TV and you come into the living room in the dark, but you approach the couch on the side that I can't see you on, and you're still in your soft shorts with a boner, but this time what you do is you just take my hand and you put it on it. Is that it? Any woman who's ever lived with a man or dated a man, we've all been through that before, right? They just take your hand and they put it on it. First of all, as if they invented that move. And it's like, hate to tell you, bud, but that's the first and most recent way I've touched a penis. Y'all all do it. It's not smooth at all. The worst part, though, is once you touch it, you gotta finish it off. Them's the rules. We all know, I didn't make the rule, but that's the rule, right? The whole time you're like, I don't want to pause the show for this, but all right. And there's one tiny bit of time where your hand is being lifted up and you're in the dark and you're like, oh my God, this is so romantic. Is this like the Addams Family and he's Gomez and I'm Morticia? And he's gonna kiss me up and down my arm, and then you're like, no, that's just a dick. That's what that is. Yep. And then it's even more stressful because you're like, that's not the ice cream sandwich I asked you to go get me 15 minutes ago, so I don't know what you were doing in the kitchen that made you so horny, but this is not what I ordered, all right? I wanted something soft and sweet, not hard and salty. That's what I didn't ask for. Didn't ask for. You enjoy that? It's like, she said hard and salty. That's what they are. That's what they are, right? And the balls are there. There's so many things that nobody asked for. So I told him, I was like, maybe you could actually try, okay? Maybe you could actually try to seduce me. And he's like, all right, I will. And then it was a couple days later, I wandered into the bedroom, and he was wearing the man version of lingerie, right? Which, of course, if you're familiar, is the t-shirt, no pants. And by the way, fellas, what a look. Big fan, right? Take the one part of the body we all want to look at, your chest and arms, right? And just cover that up. And show us your dingle-dangles at the bottom. And your butt that looks like a bullfrog stood up. Your white bullfrog butt. And your white thighs that blend into your tan calves. Nothing gets us going like that, fellas. Keep it up. That's what works. So anyway, there he is in his mangerie, and he's got his leg propped up on the bench in front of the bed. Because, you know, we live in the suburbs, so it's mandatory that you have a bench in front of your bed. That's how that works. He's got his leg propped up, and I'm like, oh shit. He's actually trying to seduce me. This is nice, right? He's in costume, you know? It's all propped up like Captain Morgan. He's Captain Morgan. He's got an eye patch on for no reason. I don't even know where he got it, right? I'm like, I'm gonna let him stab me with that sword. That's what I'm gonna let him do. That's what I'm gonna let him do, right? I might let him look for some booty. You know what I'm saying? That's a pirate joke. But then I noticed that in one of his hands, he's got a bottle of Clorox cleaning spray. And he's applying it to his dead toenail from a recent mountain biking accident. And I'm like, wow, that's just gross. That's what that is. That's home surgery. That is not seduction. We need better health insurance. I know that, right? I'm grossed out, and I go walking down the hallway, and I'm like, I don't know what I just walked into, right? But then halfway down the hall, I was like, wait a second. I didn't even know he knew where the cleaning supplies were in the house. I am turned on again. I'm soaking wet. We went back in there, we boned for 2 hours. I made him put some socks on first, but then we boned for 2 hours. That's the fun. It's the fun part of being married, right? She'll let anything slide, you know? Because it's too tough to get divorced. So you just keep it going. I do love being married. I make fun of him a lot. He's here tonight. He allows me to do so. He's here. That's good. I say allow. He doesn't have to allow me to do shit, but he's not going to fight me. He's not going to fight me. He's an amazing guy. I'm so thankful for him. Best guy I've ever been with, for sure. Love him. Good guy. So happy that we're together. But here's the thing. I do not miss dating. I don't miss dating at all. Anybody in here who is single or you're out in the dating world, that sucks. I'm sorry. I hate that for you. I truly do. I'm sorry. I love that journey for you. That's what I'm so sorry. Wait, I should have said the right thing. No, I don't miss dating at all, because I don't miss lying all the time. Act like you like the same shit the other person likes, right? I don't miss like hiding my crazy. Like I don't miss any of that. I much prefer being married. It's much nicer, right? I do not. When things were getting serious and like we were going to each other's houses, you know, before we got married, and I would let him like pick what we would watch on TV, you know, because I was like, this will be the last time, and don't get used to it, bud. So when he got to choose what we were watching on TV, I started to notice a pattern. I noticed that he was always watching the same types of shows, right? He loved anything about the wilderness, right? Especially if they were like people surviving in the wilderness, right? Men driving trucks on icy roads in the wilderness. Men heading out into the woods to build tiny homes, okay? And then I realized we were watching those shows for two totally different reasons. Like I was watching it for entertainment, and he was watching it like he was making a plan. And I'm like, I don't know what you think, bud, but I'm not letting you take me out into the wilderness. That's what I'm not letting you do, right? Because first of all, he tried to talk me into tiny homes for years. He was a big fan of tiny homes, kept trying to talk me into those, and I was like, first of all, I grew up poor, okay? I'm not living in something that can be towed away while I'm inside of it ever again, all right? He tried to sell me on him. He's like, no, babe, you care about the environment. He's like, tiny homes, they got composting toilets. And I was like, hear me out. I went to college. I am not shitting in mulch. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not a stray cat, all right? I'm not kicking bark over my feces. That's what I'm not gonna be doing, okay? Not gonna do it. Also, like, I love the man. He's good in the woods on a mountain bike, okay? Great on a mountain. He can drive fast through the woods, okay? But I don't know that he has the skills to protect me from a bear, all right? He doesn't have very good tracking skills. And I know this. For instance, if he has a shirt that I don't like, I can move it 5 inches to the left, and he'll never find it again. He'll act like someone cased the house and broke in to just steal that shirt from him. And the whole time he's complaining, I see the shirt out of my corner of my eye, but I'm not saying anything about it. I know where it is, right? But he won't look for things for more than 1 second. Which is good. He'll talk it out, though. If something's missing, he'll talk it out, which is cool, you know, because that means ultimately he's just better at looking for things with his mouth than his eyes. And honestly, that's how we ended up getting married. So thank you.